Roadworks on the motorway may sometimes occupy an entire carriageway. Where this happens, you may find yourself diverted through the central reserve and driving for a time in two-way traffic. This is not something you want to come upon unexpectedly.
Well, it's been a while since I've done a video, so I thought here we'd go, get back onto it. Another physical copy from the collection. Bit of a story about this one. So it's the GTA Trilogy. As per usual, the usual shot will show you the box. Absolutely bugger all comes with this. No manual, no flyer, nothing at all. So yeah, let's head over to some random footage of this one. Just mucking around playing this because I think I got this for my birthday when it pretty much came out, and there were so many problems with this trilogy. Yeah, it was terrible. In fact, on the Series X, my experience was that one of the chapters, I can't remember what it was, whether it was San Andreas, it wouldn't even load. So yeah, so the game then got put on the shelf. I was so annoyed with it, and then I believe, was it around November of last year, possibly later, I can't remember, at last, and it was far too late, it should have been done earlier, I think Rockstar stepped in and did a massive patch, because there were loads of graphical issues, loads of bugs, and one of the main things they've done is they've modernized the control method, which makes life a whole lot easier. It really does. And out of the three of these, San Andreas is the only one I've never finished. Weird. I remember my son being absolutely obsessed with San Andreas. I mean, he knew all the, by heart. He knew all the cheat codes and everything else. He knew the map inside out. So yeah, I always wanted to play San Andreas. I tried to play the version on the Xbox 360, which I believe was a conversion from the iPad, so that had its issues. But yeah, so I haven't played much of it. I've played a few missions. I'm loving the control system because that's been overhauled. As I say, that's all good stuff. You can find some, it's quite interesting, you can find some spelling mistakes on some of the advertising hoardings, and that's because I think they had to apply some kind of AI when they were upscaling some of the textures. So you may see some of that. They haven't quite got the weather correct completely. It's miles better than it was when this came out, but the rain effect can still, it can still be hit and miss as to your location sometimes. But as I say, it's miles better. But yeah, I mean, the very first GTA, my experience with GTA 3, it was weird because I remember getting it on launch on a PS3, and it was a while when I really I couldn't get on with it. I just couldn't. I mean, it was quite a leap in the way you controlled things with the twin. Yeah, it would have been the twin sticks on the PlayStation 2. But yeah, it took a while for me to get into it, and then there was Vice City, which out of those two, that was obviously my favourite. And as I say, I've never got to San Andreas. As far as I know, I mean, I might be wrong because I suppose there's hundreds of licenses involved in this, um, but a lot of the music seems similar. Again, some things might be missing. I mean, I'm not aware of it with all the radio stations. It's a really nice way to go back and play the games. High definition textures and all the rest of it. And they really made some stupid mistakes though with this initial release. Like they took away, for example, the fog effect, and having a fog effect on large areas like a cityscape. It's not always being used as a trick, if you like, to kind of mask poor performance. Sometimes, in that sense, it's needed for realism. It's hard to explain, yeah? Yeah, you're unlikely to walk out in the street and see to infinity, which ruins the atmosphere. But things like that they've done. But yeah, I mean, I'm back on YouTube. I've had another massive gap away from YouTube. Lots of things have happened. I'll talk about them in another video. I've got a new job. Got a promotion which I was never really interested in, but things are getting so bad in my field that the whole, let's not get political, the whole woke culture and the tail is wagging the dog in the business that I'm in. And yeah, so I made a conscious decision couple of months before Christmas. I've got to get out of this particular position. So I went for the promotion. I think it went all the way up to Christmas, and I found out I got the job in the first couple of days of the new year. So I was a little bit concerned about that over the Christmas period, but once you've done everything you can do, that's it. It's one of those situations you can't control. So yeah, been really, really busy. Little bit disillusioned with YouTube in general. I don't really use any other social media. I don't use Facebook. I don't use anything else. The absolute dominance of adverts on YouTube in the last year, the last 18 months is becoming ridiculous. And I thought to myself the other day, I mean, it must be 25% of what you consume on YouTube now is adverts. They're getting longer and longer. I don't use a PC, so I've got no facility for things like ad blocker. If that still can be done, I don't know. And also, I mean, a major tip that I would use for anybody is to stop using your home button and allowing all this shite to come through in your feed. So I've really restricted myself now to my subscription button only. So yeah, it is very selective in what I do watch. But the adverts, I mean, when the adverts are applicable now to all these streaming services, it's ridiculous. But I'm not. I mean, we've got pretty much all of them, but I hardly use any of them. I find a lot of stuff on these services to be really disposable, throwaway TV. A lot of these TV series are not going to be held up. They're not going to be referred to in 20, 25 years. It really is a kind of here today, gone tomorrow culture. But yeah, we'll talk about in depth those issues, what's been going on. So I will be coming back with some videos. I wanted to share this one with you because if you're in the same situation I was, and you got really fed up and you put this one back on the shelf, they have done a major update. As I say, I've only touched the surface with the first game, but compared to my last experience when it first came out, yeah, I was really, really pleased. So guys, that's it. Take care of yourselves. I do wonder what the new GTA will be like in today's culture. I can't see it having any sense of humour at all. What on earth will they do without triggering some people? But guys, take care of yourselves and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.
2 plus 2 equals 5. 8.735. 186. 4. Ooh.